She walks into my salon, beaten, plastic eyelashes falling off her eyes, weave in.
It's said to be a battle of words between two heavyweights in the world of poetry.
Man who will never apologize, peacekeeping. Now, being a hairdresser has taught me how to dive into the mind.
Zéwande Bhengu, born in the Eastern Cape, reigning champ of the current State of Poetry One-On-One Slam, award winner and filmmaker.
I started writing in primary school, but it was, minor writings. To get into performing poetry, I started when I got to Joburg, about just a little over 10 years ago.
We were spanked for each other's sins, spanked in syllables and by the word of God. Before dark meant home time.
He'll be battling Koleka Putuma, born in Port Elizabeth, also an award-winning poet, author of best-selling debut book Collective Amnesia, and a 2018 Forbes Africa Under 30 honoree.
Started out as a rapper in grade 9, started writing raps. Don't give me side eyes. I was actually quite good, guys, but I had to quit the rap life because of personal reasons.
Whack.
I wasn't whack. I was dope. I was dope. But anyway, once I got to matric, I kind of transitioned into poetry, but I didn't know what to call it at the time. Then went to UCT, and I think it was in my first year of varsity that I discovered open mic.
Her eyes orbiting her skull, nostrils stretched to the sky, her skin filled with a rash of black holes passing thoughts of suicide. Her lips.
The wordsmiths will be competing to see who the best in the game is.
You're both very established poets in your own rights. So when you found out about this competition, that you'll be going up against each other, I mean, what were your initial thoughts? Did you feel like Koleka, maybe perhaps she's a suitable contender? And Koleka, did you feel that PK was a suitable contender?
I was just thinking another day in the office, man.
Oh my God, he's also a comedian. Okay. Hilarious. Financially, it had to be worth it, but also with the opponent, it had to be worth it. And having witnessed Zéwande over the years, he's someone who puts a lot of thought and work. I don't know why you're laughing, because I'm being serious. He's someone who puts a lot of thought and work into his craft. And so I think, that's a challenge for me.
So the show is going to be on the 1st of December, and it'll be shot at the very same venue where we're at, which is the UJ Arts Centre. Now, what can we expect from it?
Me winning Zéwande.
From the show, not from your dreams.
Okay. You can expect 2 theatre practitioners who are also poets, merging the theatre and also spoken word into one kind of visual sonic explosion of something.
I think people who do attend will certainly be hit with, huge, vibrant energy, because I think Koleka and I, we are, proficient in this field.
And I've often heard this joke about black people being scared of water or not being able to swim. We are mocked.
Competition aside, the pair use their poetry to comment on society. They are expressive, fearless, and not afraid to rattle anyone's cage.
So I think I write a lot about what it means to be a young black woman in South Africa, I guess. That's like the first context that I write about. I write a lot about being raised Christian and being queer, and where those two things meet, but also where those two things clash.
Johannesburg has stolen my humanity. You can't be performing to people's fragile sensibilities. I think, if you do that, you're going to be a timid performer, because you're constantly going to be dictated by people who are not there in rehearsal with you, who are not writing with you. They're going to dictate what you perform and how you perform it. I've contracted HIV from my infidelity, and for you, this is a letter to say goodbye.
The winner will receive 20,000 rand on the day.
Joseph.
Lindiwe Sithole, Johannesburg.